I found the engagement ring by accident. It was hidden in his gym bag, tucked inside a sock in a little velvet box. My heart exploded with joy. After 2 years together, he was finally going to propose. I took a photo of it and sent it to my best friend with a bunch of heart emojis. I was the happiest I'd ever been. That was on a Tuesday. On Saturday, he took me to our favorite restaurant, got down on one knee, and asked me to marry him. I said yes. The ring was perfect. The moment was perfect. Everything was perfect until it was not. My name is Emily, and I thought I'd found my person. His name was Alex, and we'd been together for 2 years. We met through mutual friends at a beach bonfire. He was funny, ambitious, and treated me like I was the only person in the room. Alex was a commercial real estate agent, successful, driven, always networking. He traveled sometimes for work property tours, client meetings, conferences. It never bothered me. I trusted him completely. Why wouldn't I? He'd never given me a reason not to. We talked about marriage, about kids, about the house we'd buy, and the life we'd build. He'd met my parents dozens of times. I'd spent holidays with his family. His mom already called me her future daughter in law. We were that couple. The one everyone said was relationship goals. The one that made single friends believe in love. On Tuesday, March 14th, I stopped by Alex's apartment to grab my phone charger. He was at work. He'd given me a key months ago. I let myself in, looked around for my charger, and decided to check his gym bag. Sometimes I'd leave things in there by accident. That's when I found it. A small velvet box. I opened it, and there it was, a beautiful diamond ring. Exactly my style. Simple, elegant, perfect. He was going to propose. I actually screamed. Alone in his apartment, I screamed with joy. Then I immediately took a photo and sent it to my best friend. She responded immediately, "Emily, I'm so happy for you. When do you think he'll do it?" "I don't know, but I'm dying. I have to pretend I don't know." I put the ring back exactly where I found it. Tried to act normal, but I was buzzing with excitement. Every time my phone rang, I thought, is this it? Is he setting it up? Wednesday passed. Thursday. Friday. By Saturday, I was practically vibrating with anticipation. Saturday evening, Alex picked me up wearing a suit. "Dress nice," he'd texted earlier. "Taking you somewhere special." We went to a fancy restaurant where we'd had our first date 2 years ago. The same table, even. Rose petals, candles. We had an amazing dinner. He held my hand across the table, told me how much he loved me, how he couldn't imagine his life without me, how I made him want to be a better man. Then, as dessert was being cleared, he stood up. My heart stopped. This was it. He got down on one knee. The entire restaurant went quiet. People were pulling out their phones. "Emily," he said, his voice shaking slightly, "you are the love of my life. You make every day brighter. I want to spend forever making you as happy as you make me. Will you marry me?" I said yes, obviously. I was crying. He was crying. The restaurant erupted in applause. Strangers were congratulating us. The manager brought champagne. It was like a movie. I called my parents immediately. They were thrilled. Called his parents. They cried happy tears. Called Claire, who screamed so loud I had to hold the phone away from my ear. We took 1 million photos, posted them on social media. The comments flooded in. The next 2 weeks were a blur. We started planning the engagement party. My mom wanted to host it at her house, big backyard, perfect for a party. We invited everyone, family, friends, co-workers, about 80 people total. I spent hours planning. Decorations, food, music, a photo backdrop. I wanted everything perfect for our engagement celebration. The day of the engagement party was beautiful. Sunny, warm, perfect spring weather. People started arriving around 2 in the afternoon. The backyard looked amazing: string lights, flowers everywhere, a big banner that said, "She said yes." Alex and I stood at the entrance greeting everyone. Hugs, congratulations, gifts. I felt like a princess. This was the beginning of forever. Around 3 o'clock, most guests had arrived. People were eating, drinking, laughing. My dad was giving an impromptu toast. Everything was perfect. Then I saw someone I didn't recognize walking through the side gate. She was about my age, maybe late 20s. Dark hair, jeans, and a t-shirt, definitely not dressed for a party. She was looking around, scanning the crowd. She looked nervous, determined. My mom noticed her too. "Is she one of your friends, honey? I don't think she was on the list." Before I could answer, the woman's eyes locked on Alex, and her entire face changed, from nervous to furious. She started walking toward us. Fast. People started noticing. Conversations stopped. Everyone was watching. "Alex!" she called out. Her voice was loud, sharp. "Alex!" Alex turned, and I watched his face drain of all color. He looked like he'd seen a ghost. The woman walked right up to us. She looked at Alex, then at me, then back at Alex. "You got engaged," she said. Not a question, a statement, bitter. I don't," Alex stammered. "Don't you dare!" She cut him off. "Don't you dare say you don't know me." She turned to me. Her eyes were red like she'd been crying, but now she just looked angry. "You're Emily, right? The fiancé?" I nodded, completely confused. "Yes. I'm sorry. Do I know you?" "No, but you should know about me. My name is Vanessa, and 11 days ago your fiancé spent the night at my apartment." The backyard went completely silent, dead quiet. You could hear the neighbors' wind chimes. I looked at Alex. "What is she talking about?" Alex was shaking his head. "Emily, I swear I have no idea who this is." Vanessa pulled out her phone. "Really? You have no idea who I am? Then explain these." She held up her phone. Photos. Alex in her apartment. Alex in her bed. Alex kissing her. Timestamps visible on every single one. March 10th. 4 days before I found the ring. 4 days before he even bought the ring. Vanessa started talking and the whole party heard every word. "We matched on Tinder 3 months ago," she said. "He told me he was single. We've been seeing each other regularly. He stayed over at least 6 times. He met my friends. He took me to dinner. He told me he loved me." My mom gasped behind me. I felt like I was going to throw up. "Last week," Vanessa continued, her voice breaking, "he texted me saying he needed to focus on work, that we should take a break. I thought it was weird, but okay. Then yesterday I saw his engagement photos on Instagram, posted by one of his friends, and I realized he didn't need to focus on work. He was proposing to someone else. I spent all last night trying to figure out what to do," Vanessa said. "And I realized you deserved to know, before you married him, before you wasted more of your life on him like I did." She looked at Alex with pure contempt. "I loved you. I actually loved you. And you were just using me while planning a future with her." Then she looked at me. "I'm sorry to do this at your party, but I couldn't let you marry him without knowing." Alex finally found his voice. "Vanessa, we were just casual. You knew that. It didn't mean—" "Casual?" Vanessa's voice cracked. "You told me you loved me. You stayed over at my place. You met my mom." I was still processing. My brain couldn't catch up. This was my engagement party. This couldn't be happening at my engagement party. "Is this true?" I asked Alex. My voice sounded far away. "Were you with her? Were you with her while we were together?" Alex opened his mouth, closed it, opened it again. That's when my dad stepped forward. "Son, I suggest you answer honestly. Right now." Alex looked at the ground. "Yes, but it didn't mean anything. It was a mistake. Emily, you're the one I want to marry. Get out," I said. "Emily, please, get out." The party dissolved into chaos. My mom was crying. My dad was yelling at Alex to leave. Alex was trying to explain, to apologize, to make excuses. His parents looked mortified. Vanessa was standing off to the side, tears streaming down her face. Eventually, Alex's dad grabbed him by the arm and physically walked him out. Come on, you've done enough damage. Alex left. The engagement was off before the party even ended. Most of the party guests had left by then, but about 20 people remained close friends and family, and they all wanted to know what we were going to do. I broke off the engagement. It's been 8 months since the engagement party. I returned the ring, turned out Alex had financed it and he still had to make payments. That felt like poetic justice.